After the divorce, Merryn, who had found work in the hotelier world, stayed with Quilley but eventually moved in with John, unable to cope with Quilley's uncompromising value system. Quilley was outspoken, principled, and well-intentioned, though often lacked diplomacy. She knew her approach could upset people, but she remained steadfast, principles first, feelings second. Quilley established 2 routines: hosting a party that included family and friends around South Africa's Reconciliation Day, coincidentally near her birthday, and taking overseas trips during Christmas period, both to avoid family gatherings and because she was not a believer. At the end of 1994, she travelled with Merryn to India, Nepal and Thailand. Quilley was deeply absorbed in the experience, while Merryn found the places dirty. At the end of 1995, Quilley toured Mexico with Merryn, exploring the remnants of the Mayan and Aztec cultures and architecture. In the Yucatan, she climbed nearly all the way up the seemingly endless steps of a pyramid. Socially, Quilley attended many singles clubs with a group of friends. At one such club in Auckland Park, the Old Moth Club, around September 1995, she was asked to dance by a stranger outside of her group, who was attracted by her exuberance and introduced himself as Jost, the author of this biography. Quilley accepted his restaurant invitations, and she invited him in return, 50-50, always leaving the restaurant separately. Quilley lived in Brackenhurst, Alberton, with a yoga studio, office, swimming pool, and a tenant's cottage, while Jost lived about 40 kilometres away in a small rundown house in Melville, Johannesburg, which he was busy renovating. She knew Jost was recently separated and awaiting divorce. He held a senior IT position at Clover, the country's largest milk operator. Although Quilley had several potential suitors, she found common ground with Jost. Neither accepted conventional social thinking or behaviour. Both saw themselves as outsiders and free thinkers. Quilley knew that people liked or disliked her, but that didn't bother her. Because of a hearing problem, she had tried earpieces without success. Her unusual speech and reliance on lip reading often made interactions difficult. If she couldn't see the lips move, she struggled to understand, missing verbal innuendos but gaining insights from reading. In December 1995, Quilley invited Jost to an annual home party, introducing him to her friends. She also introduced him to social cannabis smoking. Their relationship grew closer yet remained independent. Quilley had a clear view of relationships. 1. No one owns another. 2. One should not be dependent on the other. 3. Share the efforts. 4. Provide support. And 5. Grow together. A seemingly trivial yet typical example of this was, if Quilley made the meal, Jost would have to wash up, and vice versa. However, Jost had never cooked anything beyond baked beans on toast, so his efforts initially left the kitchen in chaos. Quilley didn't mind, cleaning the mess on her hands and knees. Jost had never seen such thoroughness and cleanliness. For Quilley, proper cleaning required pressure, and she expected her maids to follow suit. She also helped Jost renovate his Melville house, and often dragged him to esoteric meetings and bookshops, fanatics in particular, where she continued to expand her library. She had acquired some 2,000 books and had read all of them.